I get a sense of awness, I get a sense of purpose when somebody comes up to me and said, that song spoke to me today. When I was a young child, we had a lot of music in the house. My mom taught piano and organ. She was a church organist. And I was told that at a very young age, probably around 5, I used to sing for church a lot. But of course, I can't remember that far back. I have trouble just remembering yesterday, but just, odd years ago. But one of the things I do remember is that we used to go to outings a lot. The church would go to church outings and they'd go to the beach. And coming home from the beach, they'd come home around sunset and there'd be a bunch of folks in the back of a truck and they'd just be singing and the sun would be setting. And one of the things that I remember all these years is they used to sing the song, Just Over the Mountain in the Promised Land. That's the holy city built by God's own hand. And then they get to the chorus where we're nearing home, see the glory streaming through the gates of fire and the splendor gleaming off the domes and things like that. And you could almost envision, there was so much energy in their singing that you would see the sunset over the mountains and you could almost envision that the rays from the sunset were actually bouncing off those gates, those pearly gates, and it just gave you a sense of need, belonging, a sense of wanting to be a part of that. And so I think over the years, as I look back, that was probably the thing that made me really interested in group singing or congregational singing. But the neat thing about that too was that after church, somebody would come up to you and say, man, that song was my favorite. Or I was really feeling down today and that song really touched my heart. It uplifted me. And so when you sing, you never know who you're singing to. You're singing for the Lord, actually, but you never know who He's trying to make you reach. He says, Sister so-and-so over here, Susie there, brother this, they really need this message today, and that's a song that you just have to sing, and it just speaks to their soul. So music has so many ways of benefiting you, making you feel wanted, and gives you purpose in life. Years later, I moved to Orlando, had the opportunity to sing in the Men of Markham Woods. And one of the things that we had a chance to do was the Russian submarine Kursk had sunk a few months before that. And they were having a memorial service in Orlando for the crew. And they asked the Men of Markham Woods if they would sing for that. And it's a sobering thought because, you think of all the men that lost their lives and you're trying to bridge the gap between them, so to speak, and the people that are still here. And there are folks that are from all over Orlando and nationalities that were at that memorial service, And to be able to reach them in a way that they could feel that they're part of something that's tragic, but still there's hope for that, And being able to lead the men's chorus at that time was really a neat thing for me. I've had an enormously full, rich life in serving the Lord. And I can't not say it hasn't been a very good life because He's been so gracious and so good to me. And I think the Men of Markham Woods still gives the guys, there's 20-odd men in the group right now. We're trying to get a lot of younger fellas in this so the old fogies can kind of go by the wayside, still keep a good, vibrant group going. But it gives you a sense of purpose, but you're also able to reach out and touch people in a way that you couldn't do it otherwise. It's a matter of service. You feel you want to share what you have about the Lord. You may not get up and preach it, but you can certainly, I think, do the same thing. Music tends to do the same thing. And so if you can go out and you can reach somebody through music, it's a good thing. It's something that makes you feel good inside and it stays with you for a while.